I'm a Colorado native. I've lived in the state for 55 years. I've been here in the Eagle Valley for a little over 30 years. The county manager, I report directly to the county commissioners. Prior to that, I was the Gypsum town manager for almost 25 years. Yeah, I grew up in a generation where expressing emotions, or certainly expressing your hard times, were just not really well accepted. And so you just learn to just bury that stuff. I've always been off, I guess might be the right way to say it. And just back as early as I can remember, I've always been a quiet person and, dare I say, lonely. As soon as college ended and into my grad school years is probably when it really got elevated. There was just a lot of tough times, and I think probably just adjusting to adulthood, not having a good, reliable support system all the time. Depression, for me has always been very isolating. When I'm not in the public, I shrink in and keep my circle pretty tight. There wasn't any one great traumatic thing in my life that caused depression. It's just more like a death by 1,000 cuts of little traumas. I'd gone to counselors here and there, and I think my journey through the behavioral health process in Eagle County is kind of what opened my eyes up to a lot more that's out there to treat mental health. It was probably 12 years ago I was approached by the Vail Health Board, and as soon as my term expired, that was right about the time we started shifting into Eagle Valley Behavioral Health. TMS came into the picture, had no idea what it was, never even heard of it, and I was willing to try it. I've tried everything else. Treatment itself took 2 minutes and back in the car, back to work.
So transcranial magnetic stimulation, also known as TMS, is a very incredible non-invasive procedure. And we magnetically are able to see the different regions in your brain and then use a pulse to stimulate these different regions. So we have a depression center of the brain, we have the anxiety center of brain, we have an OCD or obsessive compulsive disorder center of the brain, and we use these teeny tiny magnetic stimulations to increase essentially the activity to these centers of the brain.
Definitely by, 2/3 into the way, I started realizing, no, I don't feel like that anymore. I really can't remember a time where I've had this long of a run of feeling good. It's been really awesome. My wife Elizabeth and I will be married 27 years. I've got 3 daughters, Taylor, Lauren, and Ellie. I like to go home and be around my family. I find more joy in people. I have some fun jobs. I just finished my 27th season coaching track and field at Eagle Valley High School. I've coached the hurdles this year, high jump, and a lot of the relays. And then this fall will be my 25th season officiating high school football, covering all over Western Colorado. I've really enjoyed my journey of completing all of Colorado's 14ers. Those have always just been very peaceful for me. I love the sound of the river and just the feel of the river when I'm waiting and steering my boat somewhere. Yeah, I've always had those kind of go-to things as my peaceful places. When the cloud gets lifted and you start living in a little bit more sunshine, it just helps the vision in terms of, I can kind of look out ahead and what does being a grandpa look like. I would always encourage people that it's never too late. Probably the best thing for mental health is just having somebody to listen to you. And if you're still nervous about it, please talk to somebody, whether it's a friend, a pastor. You just need someone to listen to you. And that's okay too. These are all tools in the shed to help us process and be our better selves. As I think of the future of mental health in our valley, I'm hopeful. It's great to be part of an organization that's been supporting that and will continue to do so in the future.